Hi, it's Jordan Teen 1, and today I'm going to share with you my second Frozen bracelet pattern. So I had done one with the two girls and Olaf, and this is my second one with the two boys and Sven. So the characters included are Hans, Sven the reindeer, and Kristoff. So I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, and I hope that everyone else is too. To make this bracelet, you can use either the Alpha Loom or the full-size Rainbow Loom. And I do prefer to make it on the Alpha Loom for a few reasons. I like that the pins are spaced a little bit farther apart width-wise so your bracelet can grow down a little bit easier. And I also like that the pins are closer together lengthwise. That way your tie bands, those clear bands, don't have to stretch quite as long. And then, of course, you have your Alpha comb that has the 7 hooks, which helps you loom a lot faster. But I know that not everybody has access to an Alpha Loom, so you can definitely do this on the Rainbow Loom, and if you need a little bit more instruction of how to, I do have a tutorial that you can look if you need a little extra help. And you would want to have your pins spaced in line with one another, and then you would just use 7 sets of pins that are straight across. And you only have to work with 2 rows, so you can remove your 3rd row if you want to, but you can leave it on too. It's totally up to you. To make this bracelet, I used 378 of the color bands and then 53 of the clear. So you can see I do have a mix of the Alpha Loom bands and then the regular size bands, which you will have to double the regular size bands. And so let me just break it down by each color. I used 126 turquoise, 22 dark green, 14 white, 10 black, 6 blue, 4 purple, 9 gray, 18 yellow, 2 pink, and then the rest of these are regular size bands. I used 39 brown, which came out of the Rainbow Loom camouflage pack. I used 42 of this tan skin tone color, which also came out of that same camouflage pack. And there's also a very similar, if not the same color in the skin tone pack. And then I used 32 of this light skin tone color, 24 of the caramel color, which is sort of a rusty orangish color, and then I used 30 of this dark brown color, and this particular one is made by Bracelet Loops that I had on hand, but I believe that Rainbow Loom does make a darker brown as well. And then, as I said, 53 of those clear bands. So I wanted to give you just a very brief demonstration about what it means to double a band. So when you're dealing with the Alpha Loom bands, they're nice and small, so all you do is stretch those straight across from one pin to the other. But when you're dealing with a regular size band, which you will often have to do if you want any color that isn't available for the Alpha Loom bands, you're going to have a band that's about twice as big. So you're going to have to double this, which you can do in your fingers, you can do it on your hook. What I found is the easiest is to just place it on one of the pins, twist, and then just loop that other end back on. And then what you just need to do is take your hook and grab both of those loops and stretch it straight across. So basically now you've just doubled that, so it's going to be about the same width as your regular Alpha Loom band. So here's my bracelet once again. And what I'm going to do is add a grid pattern above my bracelet, and then you can just pause your video and follow along with that pattern to make your own bracelet. So let me just tell you a little bit more specifics about this particular bracelet. I used 54 rows, and so it measured about 7.5 inches in length. So it's basically about every 7 rows equals an inch, give or take a little bit. And if you do have the Alpha Loom, on the back of the instructions they include a grid template that you can use to measure your wrist size just to get a better idea of how long you need to make your bracelet. So if you do need to cut down on the size at all, you can do that on either end. There's 2 rows on each of the ends, and then there's also 2 rows in between each of the characters. So really there's only 1 row you could eliminate in between the characters because you need to leave at least 1 row to space them out. So if you're making this for a child, you may need to eliminate one of the characters totally, but you can always mix and match, and also with the other bracelet you can mix and match with those characters. So there's a lot of different character combinations that you can come up with. I hope that everyone loves their new Frozen bracelets. You can always leave me comments on YouTube and Facebook, post pictures of your creations to my Facebook page, and please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on my latest tutorials. You can also find me on Pinterest and Instagram, so please feel free to subscribe to those as well. Thanks for watching!